Good morning, friends. Guess what? Today's not only a whole new day, it's also the first day of the month of May. April showers brought our May flowers. It's such an exciting month. During this month, all of our beautiful things start to bloom. Even the plants and the seeds that we planted in the classroom, we're going to start watching them bloom very soon. But today is Friday, May 1st, 2020. Yesterday was Thursday. Today is Friday. And tomorrow is Saturday. There are 12 months in the year. We're in the month of May. That's January, February, March, April, May. That's the 5th month of the year. Let's sing the special song that helps us remember the 12 months of the year. Are you ready? Let's put our fingers on our nose like this. Here we go. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. There are 12 months in a year. Good job. We're on the day of Friday, and there are 7 days in a week. Let's sing the special song that helps us remember the 7 days. Are you ready? We're going to put our hands on our heads. We're going to do a little more stretching as we sing. So here we go. There are 7 days. There are 7 days. There are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Good job. So let's look at our new calendar and what we have to look forward to this month. Well, with it being May, do you see all the flowers here? We're going to start seeing a lot of blooming flowers and plants outside, which makes it very beautiful. On Tuesday, it's Cinco de Mayo. It's the day that a Mexican army defeated a French empire. So we're going to celebrate that day. And that day is also special because our friend Camille, it's her birthday. Camille's turning 3 on Cinco de Mayo. And then on the next Sunday, the 11th, is going to be Mother's Day. We'll celebrate Mother's Day. And then the last day of school, Memorial Day, and vacation begins. This month is going to go as fast as last month. But this month, we're no longer talking about what we find in the dirt. We're going to be talking about large trucks and large machines and how they're important for us. So today I thought we would start with the book called Diggers and Dump Trucks. You ready? Okay, show me your crisscross applesauce. Turn on your ears. Open your eyes. And catch a bubble. Oh, good job. Those were fantastic bubbles, friends. You've been practicing, haven't you? My first book of Diggers and Dump Trucks. There are lots of machines on this construction site. Can you point to all the different ones? Look, that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, let's see what they all do. Do you know what these machines are called? The yellow machine is called the digger. That machine is responsible and helps digging into the ground. Imagine you having a shovel and when we're digging into the dirt. That's exactly what the digger does, but they do it for a big location. The rock breaker. What do you think the rock breaker does? Do you think it washes the rocks? No. Do you think it paints the rocks? No. The rock breaker breaks the rocks. Sometimes the entire floor or the ground is a solid rock. It needs to break it up into smaller pieces so the different trucks or workers can actually lift it and move it. The dump truck. We see the dump trucks a lot on the road. This back bed will carry some of the broken rocks or gravel or dirt back here and move it to a different location if it needs to be moved. Here's the steamroller. This helps for when a ground is not level and so it's bumpy. It helps it smooth it out so you can have a flat ground. Because you want a flat ground when you ride your bikes, don't you? You don't want to keep having to go up and down little hills. Sometimes the hills are fun, but for the most part, you want to be able to drive on a smooth, flat ground. And here's a bulldozer. Look, there's the big hook. The bulldozer pushes things out of the way, or large rocks and boulders and dirt or machines. Here's the cement mixer. And in here, this machine keeps on spinning and spinning and spinning. And here's cement. And that's the special material of rock and water that will make the hard concrete ground. And here's a crane. I can't reach to the top of a building to add new levels or add the roof to it. The crane gives a person height or ability to move materials to a high location. This digger is working hard on the construction site. What is it doing? We were talking about that before. Look, it's digging into the dirt and forming a pile right there. Here is a dump truck with a heavy load. What is happening in this picture? Can you see? The digger is digging the dirt and filling it into the dump truck so the dump truck can move it to a different place. The bulldozer is moving some heavy rocks. Look, here we go. The bulldozer at work. It's using its machine to push the rocks out of the way. Find another bulldozer in the picture. Is that a bulldozer? No, it kind of looks like it. No. Here we go. Here's another bulldozer back here pushing the rocks out of the way. This machine is called a rock breaker. It has a special arm. The rock breaker uses its arm to break big rocks into small ones. Can you point to the small rocks? If these are the big rocks right here, then look how small the rock breaker made these rocks. They made them into smaller rocks. A cement mixer mixes up cement. What do you think these workers are doing? What do you think they're doing here? I don't know. I hope they tell us. But I see him pouring the cement over here into this hole. This crane has a long arm to lift heavy things. What's happening in this picture? These 2 tubes, or 3 tubes, are too big and heavy for the workers to carry and move up high. So they're using the crane's arm to pick it up and move it. It's almost like those games at the arcades, the claw, where it comes down and picks up the toy or the prize, and you can move it to a different location. This machine uses its heavy roller to flatten the ground. Can you remember what this machine's called? Do you remember? It's called the flattener? No. What's it called? The steamroller. Look how, and look, they have a little one. People drive the machines on the construction site. Point to the drivers in the pictures. Is this a driver? No. Is this a driver? No. What does a driver do? That's right. They're the people in the machines driving and controlling where they go and how the arms move. So they would be inside the machines. The digger is yellow, the bulldozer is green. Find the red and blue machines in this picture. Is that red or blue? No. That's right. That's a red crane. And here's the blue bulldozer, or the dump truck. Sorry. What are all the machines doing? Which one would you like to ride in? Out of all these machines working hard in the field, which one would you like to work in with? That's a good one. What else? That is a good one. The end. Friends, these diggers and dump trucks are very important. They help build and construct things for us all around. Good job. Okay, well, it's Friday, so you know what that means. It's time for us to go and see Mr. Yellow and give him a bath. I'll see you in a second. And we're back. Well, friends, since it's Friday, it's time to take care of our class pet. It's so important to keep up the responsibilities of taking care of Mr. Yellow. So it's time to give him a bath. Okay, so we have our bowl. We've got our fish tank with Mr. Yellow swimming. He is dirty. He is ready for a bath. And our pitcher filled with water. So we're gonna take our pitcher and slowly start pouring into the hole. We want to go slowly because we don't want to go too fast. So it goes past the lid and water falls everywhere. But as we're pouring the water, see all the dirty water? It's being pushed out. And the dirty water is coming out here and being discharged into our blue bowl. And you know it's working because I can see all the food that was on the floor of Mr. Yellow's tank in here, and I can smell it. He was ready for a bath. We're almost done pouring. Remember, do not rush. Take your time. This is where our pouring activities come into practice. Here we go. So what are we waiting for right here? Oh, you can see him through here. What are we waiting for? That's right, the hiccup. Once the hiccup happens, we know we can start feeding him again and the water is done draining. So let me know when it hiccups. There's our hiccup, so it's all done. So this water is filled with dirty old fish water. So now that Mr. Yellow is nice and clean, he's ready for his lunch. I miss giving Mr. Yellow his lunch. When we had lunch, we would sit there and eat lunch while he ate lunch. It's a lot of fun. Well, it's such a beautiful day today, friends. I hope you go outside and have a picnic and turn on your ears and listen to the sounds around you. And you can tell your mommy, your daddy, or your brother or sister, or even your dog or cat what you hear. Do you hear a car going by? The horns honking? The wind and the birds? You might hear a lot of birds chirping tomorrow. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday. Bye, loves.